In Wizard 101, pets are an essential part to a wizard's lifestyle, except when they end up getting the wrong talent and then get thrown in the trash. Unless you're like me who hoards and puts them in houses. So before we begin, I thought I would explain what the process of pet training is for those who don't play Wizard 101. During a pet's life cycle, it will manifest and inherit 5 talents which will usually aid a wizard in battle. These ages at which pets manifest talents are Teen, Adult, Ancient, Epic, and Mega. Wizards also have a certain amount of energy that allows them to train pets, and once it is depleted, no more training can occur. It is important to note that the amount of experience and energy a pet needs increases as it gets older. For pets to receive experience, they undergo training through pet minigames, fed junk from backpacks, or snacks. The limiting factor is not only energy, but snacks as well, since minigames give a minuscule amount of experience. To refill energy, a wizard must buy an energy elixir with crowns or earn them from Grub Guardian, which also requires crowns. However, once, twice, thrice, in a blue moon, the double pet experience member benefit occurs, which accelerates a pet's age, allowing the wizard to train them faster than usual. With that being said, can you train a pet to Mega without crowns or crowns items during double pet experience in Wizard 101? So the first thing I needed to do was become a master crafter, which is easier said than done. To collect reagents to craft with, I went deep into the wilderness, known as the Hive, home to many sights such as Dead Tree and Hooded Hobo. Legend has it that atop the mountains, a crazy lady sings and shouts gibberish. It's probably why she doesn't have any neighbors, but that will probably be a while until I see if it's true or not. To become a master crafter, I needed to finish all the quests that pertain to crafting up to Dragonspire. It was a long and grueling day of collecting and doing quests, but I finally talked to Bathwater for sale and collected my master crafter badge. The next thing I immediately did was go to Shazam and bought the golden wheat bread recipe. Bob the Builder may know how to build, but I know how to make bread. Now some of you will probably be like, but Hunter, you need those little fat purple-headed alien things. And that's true. But through science, technology, and Wizard 101 Central. And probably a programming error, but a bunch of these can be caught very quickly and easily. The next thing I needed to do was find an Arrow Village home for potential easy targets to rob, fish. I broke into someone's backyard, a pond, and started capturing the little aliens. Luckily for me, there are plenty of these. Due to energy constraints, I started doing this on my other character. Then I crafted myself a tall keeper pod and transferred one alien at a time. Apparently I could directly put pets into a bank, but not fish. Of course, if the pets are fish. Unfortunate and time-consuming, but I can taste the jelly being turned into bread. Now you might be wondering, how would I get pristine vials? And the answer to that is by tapestry. I tried to find the house I broke into last night, but to no avail. Luckily, before I left the city of Doglantis, I had marked the area. The Keen-Eye treasure cards are very easy to obtain and went for 30 or so gold a pop. Combining 1, 2, and 3 together, I had crafted my golden ticket to the Pet Pavilion. But before I could go to the Pet Pavilion, I started my own production line of Froggys moldy bread. They may taste stale, but pets love it, and it fills their stomach with healthy bacteria. Using math, I would need to manufacture 49 loaves of bread to fully train a pet to Mega, without actually playing minigames. The next thing I needed to do was hatch a pet. So I went to the Pet Pavilion and scoured the disease-infected kiosk. Although some pets may seemingly have the perfect talents that warrants attention, in actual reality they hide underlying diseases. When hatched, diseases may be passed down to offspring, but who cares, this is a game. After finding the right pet called a triple-double, I was presented with an egg, bread, eggs, but sadly, no bacon. I immediately went to train the pet and fed it my load of nutritious bread. At teen, it received Fairy Friend. At adult, it had inherited Spell Defy. At this point, I realized I would need to play minigames that increase a pet's strength, in order to increase the amount of resistance I get from my pet. I played a game of Gobbler Drop, and found it to be redundant, time-consuming, and ironic, since the game involves pets eating snacks. To compensate, I did the only thing I could do, launch my pet out of a cannon, since that also grants strength, for some reason. I guess the strength comes from bracing for impact. By the time I ran out of energy, Lady Tyson had reached Ancient and manifested Spellproof, granting me a huge boost in Resist. Now you might think I would have to wait a day or so for more energy since I can't buy energy. But if you know me, there are alternative ways to accomplish goals. I transferred over my pet along with snacks and created a new character. The reason why is because when a wizard levels up, all their mana, health, and energy globes are refilled. At the start, it is very easy to level up due to a gradual learning curve. So for the second time, I told Ambrose to buzz off and was transported to Unicorn Way. Warden Ambrose likes to keep tight security in his prison known as Wizard City, which is why most places are blocked off by metal bars. Normally, I would have to do favors for Ambrose to lift the restriction. However, I found that having a person on the inside goes a long way. I grabbed my pet from the bank as well as the snacks and did all the quests in Unicorn Way. I headed to the pet pavilion and destroyed some homeless gobblers using the cannon. By doing this over and over to the poor innocent gobblers, my pet had reached epic. Now from this point onward, the path to Mega would be quite difficult, as it required 2,000 experience. I made new characters and completed Unicorn Way 3 times or so. After bashing the bone-headed man over the head for the 3rd time, I was finally able to get enough energy to train my pet to its prime age. Luckily for me, it inherited a myth talent. Now you might be wondering, what about that star socket though? Well, let's just say I had my fair share of looking at invisible unicorns for the day. At Mega, a pet has the option to reach enlightenment, known as Ultra. Although Ancient, a pet already has an option for a pet jewel, Ultra gives a better upgrade of jewel choices. I paid a visit to the robotic vacuums in the Empyrean sewers and cleaned them out of their jewels. Somehow, in a matter of minutes, I received a Myth Dealer jewel. With the jewel, I attached it to Lady Tyson and presented it to all to bask in its glory. So what have we learned? Buy crowns, or have a garden that produces mega snacks. So, can you train a pet to mega without crowns or crowns items during the double pet experience member benefit? What the f***? Did you just skip the video? I'm kidding, but of course you can. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed this video. I plan on making videos on other games as well, in particular Flash games since it's 2020, and free games, but they aren't going to be narrated like this video. And with that, see you and take care.